Log on to Finebaum.com for live streaming audio of the South's most listened to sports talk. Depend on it.
We go to Tuscaloosa and welcome Mildred.
Oh.
Yes, Mildred. Have you heard about Neil?
No, what's wrong with him?
He, a few minutes ago, Neil, do you want to tell Mildred?
No, I don't want to tell Mildred, or anybody else for that matter.
John, do you want to?
Oh, don't look at me. I've got to be leaving
got
here.
The problem I had the other day.
Well, during a big, in Birmingham, the federal, the state trial against, state trial, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Against, Bobby Frank Cherry, who was, indicted in the 16th Street bombing. That's not funny. But the story broke a few minutes ago, Mildred, that he was going to, not be sent to trial, not have to stand trial because of mental incompetency. And I think you would acknowledge, Mildred, that was a pretty big story.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Cherry. Late.
Well,
Why am I not so...
while the story broke, we looked over to see if Mr. Newsman had the scoop, Mildred.
Yeah.
And he was not. We thought he might be outside smoking a cigarette, and we later found out, Neil, that you were not outside smoking.
I was incapacitated in the library, all right?
That mean he had the diarrhea.
You can relate to that, can't you, Mildred?
Yeah, I had real bad trouble last week. But Ray, I was calling. I heard you talking about this slave labor.
We were talking about that earlier in the show, about the story in the Wall Street Journal today.
Yeah, well, when I was in the Army, they made me be...
Hold on a second, Mildred. When you were in the Army?
Yeah, they treat me like a concubine. Of course, I'm real sexual, and it didn't bother me today.
What service of the armed forces were you in?
I was in the Army.
The Army?
Yeah.
You were
Well, I was concubine, really. That's what I was.
Concubine first class.
You were.
Major
They said I was nurse, but they all...
Where were you stationed, Mildred?
In the Philippines.
In the Philippines? Is that, I mean, like Imelda Marcos, Philippines?
Yeah, over in Manila.
In Manila?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Manila. That's Manila, Philistine?
Philippines.
Okay, Mildred, go ahead.
But, I just gonna say...
Honestly, I get lost on the script here. I'm sorry.
I can relate to them because, I know what it's like to have forced labor.
You do?
Yeah, because that and because when I had babies, it's forced labor,
That's induced labor.
Oh, yeah, well. But I've been learning how to use this internet thing,
Yeah, right, Mildred.
And I pulled up this picture of Tommy Tuberville.
Picture of Tommy Tuberville?
And if his love pole is as big as his ears, I'd like to get a hold of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. We will return to our regularly scheduled program momentarily. Please stay tuned.
Finebaum.com.
Oh, yes.